Now, when you are thinking of buying land, one of the questions you may be asking yourself, how safe and secure is the place I'm investing in? Now, today I'm at Juja Prime, yet another project of AMG Realtors. Join me to find out the key features of this project.
Welcome, Alex.
Wow, thank you, Martin.
Karibu sana.
Asante, we meet again.
Yes. Karibu sana.
Thank you. Now, this is Martin Githinji, the Sales and Marketing Manager of AMG Realtors. Nice to meet you again.
It's a pleasure as well.
What's cutting?
I'm just checking out this borehole here that we've sunk in one of our latest projects called Juja Prime. Yes.
Okay.
That's what I'm checking out here because we just sunk it to supply water in the estate, in this neighborhood.
Yeah, okay. So this is one of the amenities here.
Correct. And of course, I'll be telling you much more about it.
What a project.
Thank you.
Wow. It's so flat already. Is there landscaping that was done here?
Ideally, we usually scout for lands that are similar to these ones because we want every single person who invests with us to get a good place so that we don't have some people getting nice places, some people are on hilly sides. So we scout really for good pieces before we engage in any buying process.
Yeah. Now I know, many potential buyers always ask this, how safe and secure is the property I'm investing in?
It's important to mention that the safety and security of your investment is twofold. Number one, there is a safety and security of your investment in terms of paperwork, which is very crucial, that you're buying a safe and secure investment in terms of title deed delivery. And for the last 10 years, it's prudent to mention that we only sell what we own, that before we embark on any selling process, we first own the land that we are buying. So that you have a guarantee, Alex, at the end of the day, that you're buying from the owner.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, we also give a guarantee on your title. Secondly, our investment is secure and safe, that the price is inclusive of every single charge that we do or all the transactions when it comes to land transactions. So you don't get charged extra. The second thing which is prudent and important is that we have a perimeter wall and someone at the gate to check the people who are coming in and out of the property.
So this is a gated community.
Correct. So it adds on the safety and security so that if you are not around Kenya, or if you are in Kenya and you are not around the place, you have a guarantee that your plot is safe and secured. Where we are at, by the way, number one, we are next to a tarmac road that is called Juja Farm Road. So where we are in terms of proximity to town is 5 minutes drive. Remember, the road that we are talking about is a tarmac road. And of course, as you're coming in, it's an area developing super fast. We have schools in the neighborhood. We have hospitals in the neighborhood. There is a police station down here. And as you can see on the neighborhood, it's super built. I mean, you can see people have built in the area. And of course, at the end of the day, I know someone might be asking, why this location?
Yes. Why this location?
Why Juja?
Why Juja?
At the end of the day, why not any other area except Juja? So number one, Juja is one of the satellite towns in Nairobi that are driving people to this area who work in Nairobi. That is the reason it's a satellite town where infrastructure projects are coming up like the road. So people are preferring to stay here and commute to town because of the improvement of infrastructure. Juja hosts one of the key academic universities, public universities in Kenya. We are talking about JKUAT. And because of the influx of students and lecturers, there is a need for housing. Besides the people who work and live in Nairobi, there is an aspect of the student population and the lecturer population. That is number one. The second thing is that being a satellite town in terms of land prices, when you compare the last quarter of last year versus this quarter first year, the prices have shown an increase with 4.6%. We've done roads in terms of roads access. So these are roads that we've been able to give to the people who are investing here, which means that if you buy at any particular part of this investment or land, you have an access to a road, whether you are at the start or at the end of the project. Number one. Number two, we have a borehole where we were at. You remember?
Yes.
Which means that water access is guaranteed. Number three, it's not an area that you are waiting so that you can build.
Hapa ni kuingia na kujenga.
Kuingia, kujenga na kuleta familia yako. Already actually
yeah.
there's someone who is building here, as you can see.
Okay.
So that actually makes it a hospitable, a place where you can be able to build your residential home immediately, and it's a gated community.
Yeah, you can see electricity.
Electricity is here,
yes.
correct. And of course, at the end of the day, you are able to get more security through the guards that we've put at the gate. Alex.
Okay. Wow.
I want to walk you through to now the project, our current project. And by the way, I don't know whether to spill the beans or not.
Please do.
It's touching the tarmac. Yes, which means that it's more accessible.
And where is it exactly?
Let me take you where it is.
It's just here?
Yeah,
Okay,
just here. It's a walking distance.
This place that is adjacent to what we saw earlier, yeah, Juja Prime.
Juja
so
Prime.
What's the name of this particular one now?
It's still Juja Prime, but now because it's close to the other phase, so it's a different phase. It's Juja Prime phase 3. And the best thing about this particular property, as you can see it, is that it's marked on tarmac. It's not 2 kilometers or 100 meters or 3.5 kilometers. It's next to a tarmac road.
Adjacent to the road.
Adjacent. In terms of the subdivision of this particular property, there is both commercial and residential.
Okay.
So that there is someone who has watched us and has seen the potential of the public university in terms of the growth of residential apartments and rental apartments.
Yes.
It would be fantastic, or a fantastic idea, to put up apartments more so on the commercial property, so that it can earn you rent. Because ideally, with the growth of land prices in this area, means that the population is also growing, and people are looking at places to put up rental units, residential units for the audience that is the public university, and of course for the people who are working in Nairobi and would want to commute from here to the CBD.
Okay. And Martin, what is the size of the units?
The size of these units are both, the commercial are 3/4, just slightly less than an acre, and that gives you extra space if you want to do a supermarket, a gas station, or a petrol station. If you want to do a hardware, it will be most ideal for that. And also, in addition to that, the residential plots are 8 acre in size. Remember, we are leaving the commercial plots that are next to the road, the 3/4 ones. There are 2 parcels, sized 3/4 of an acre. And the residential one, we are doing a perimeter wall around the 2. So with the subdivision being commercial and residential, having in mind that the commercial ones are touching the road, so the residential one, we are putting a wall. We are not just leaving it open.
So who is your target client and how many units are up for grabs?
My target customer, number one, is you who is watching us, number one, and who have said, I would want to invest in a place where the safety and security is guaranteed. You have invested somewhere before, you've burnt your fingers, maybe you've burnt your fingers. This is the place to be because you have a guarantee of your title deed in terms of paperwork. Number two, you have guarantee of the safety of what you are buying in terms of the location. The third thing about the people who we are targeting are the Kenyans who are living and working outside the country, because they have been our support base for a long time, and we have developed mechanisms on how they can be able to invest where they are hassle-free. How? Number one, we are able to deliver your titles to your doorstep, to your location. It doesn't matter where you are, whether you are including Russia, by the way. Yes. I have a customer in Russia.
And at whose cost?
At my cost, at the company's cost. And in addition to that, Alex, someone is saying, okay, I've seen the land, I've seen it's next to the road, I've seen the amenities that you've done. It's very prudent for me to mention that as a company, this is an early bird offer in terms of the pricing, because we've priced the 8th acre, the residential 8th acre at 2.8 million. That's a starting price in terms of the cash payment. Installment, it's 3 million. You do a deposit of 800,000 or 1 million and the balance via installment. And it's very, very important to mention that now that we've given an idea of how the area will look like, having seen what we have done in the earlier project, it only means that with the additional amenities that we are going to add on these projects, the price will not be the same in terms of additional amenities. The price will keep changing because we are spending money in terms of value addition.
Okay, and so, did I hear you talk about the price for the residential units?
The residential units are actually the ones that are going for 2.8 million.
About
the one for commercial, because there are only two, and this is for you who has said, I want to put up a gas station in Kenya. So they are a little bit special in terms of what you can do with them. And the returns on the investments are huge. You are able to get your returns and scoop the investment, or be able to get the money that you spent here as quickly as possible. So what we would advise is, if you are interested with the commercial,
you said there are two.
There are two. Just to call us, we'll give you a very good price for you. There are only two. They are not like 50 or 60.
About the residential ones.
The residential, they are quite a number. They are around 70. There are around 70 of them. The commercial ones are only two. And that is the reason that we are requesting you who is watching us. If you want those two commercial ones, I'll give you my number. You call me, I'll give you a very good rate and price, so that you can tell me, do you want to put up a supermarket or a petrol station at the end of the day?
Unajua kupitch.
Asante sana. Asante.
Well done. Yes, we hope to see you. It was a pleasure talking to you again. Yeah, I always learn a lot whenever I meet you, as you show me investment opportunities.
Thank you very much. And I also want you to be part of this, but we'll talk about
Great,
that.
Okay. The journey has just begun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.